Creole culture in the state of Louisiana, an overview. Louisiana is a state with wonderful cultures. I want to say a special word on Cajun and Creole communities, however, my main focus will be on the Creole community. For me, I believe that culture dictates many aspects of our lives. First, Louisiana is an American state with the most colorful cultures and histories. Most of the people living in Louisiana belong to the Cajun and Creole communities, which have greatly influenced the residents' music, food, and language. Louisiana State has deep cultural roots that have been maintained and protected with incredible zeal. Louisiana has some of America's most vibrant cultures, including a sizable Cajun and Creole population. The Native American, French, and Spanish influences are widely evident and can be seen everywhere. They speak their language, have their delicious cuisine, and have their musical style. The Cajun country comprises about 30% of the state. Its traditions are deeply rooted in most parts of the state. French and Creole languages are equally popular as English, the widely spoken language in many parts of Louisiana. The further you travel off the beaten path, the more Louisiana begins to look and feel like a completely different country outside America. Residents of the state are generally proud of their laid-back lifestyle and rich traditions, which are unique. They celebrate festivals such as the Mardi Gras as important as religion, and music is equally important. New Orleans is the hub of almost all activities in Louisiana, and anyone going there must enjoy it. We know that the majority of white Creoles' household goods were bought in France. As a result, they found themselves immersed in a completely French setting. The French opera has evolved into an important part of Creole culture. Operas were huge social and cultural events from the mid-19th century through the early 20th century. The interior architecture of the French Opera House, which seats 805 people, was spectacular. The Creoles loved opera and were delighted to be there, as they were known for their lavish parties and gatherings. The white Creoles were determined in their reluctance to give up their cultural independence. They were opposed to both Anglo-American marriages and the idea of learning English as a second language. Protestants were treated with a lot more hostility and dismissiveness. They considered them amoral and irreligious and thus did not want any association. During the French occupation of New Orleans, public balls were held at least twice a week. Even when the Spanish took control of the area, the ritual lasted. Regularly, these events drew well-known free people of color and white Creoles. At large, the Creoles have been successful in keeping their customs alive in rural areas. Specifically, in Louisiana, they are still in the ground. Louisiana's Creole population has grown to 3 times the population of others. However, there was a time in the mid-19th century when the Creole population had shrunk to double that of the Cajuns. These inequities have persisted to this day. The bulk of their youth, according to older Creoles, have forgotten basic social norms. They report that the vast majority of them do not speak appropriately to others, especially adults, and that they regularly greet others in a rushed and inarticulate manner.